Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Ridley with Ridley's Leadership Academy, and today we are going to divide by decimals. Some of you are having a hard time with this in class, and so I wanted to make sure that you completely understand it or can have a reference as you're doing your problems. Remember, when we divide, even if we're dividing with decimals, we do the same thing. We always take the same rules, so do the same steps. We divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. And since we are dividing today by our divisor of 20, I went ahead and wrote my numbers down here on the side. 20 times 1 is 20, 20 times 2 is 40, and so on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look and see if we have any decimals in our divisor. As you know, we cannot have a decimal in our divisor when we get ready to divide. It has to be a whole number. And so we have a decimal, it's 2.0. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that decimal and I'm going to take it over one place and put it right behind that 0, and that gives me a whole number of 20. So whatever I do outside of the house, I got to do inside the house, which is in the dividend. So now I take this decimal and take it over 1. And so now I put it back behind the 4. I always tell my students, go ahead and line your decimal up at the top in your quotient, so that way you don't have to get confused. So now I have my new problem is 20, go and divide it into 624. So I say 20 can go into 6. No, that's too big. 20 is too big of a number. So now I go to my next number, 20 into 62. I know that can happen because I know that 20 is much smaller than 62. So I come down here, I see what is the closest I can get to 20 to 60. So I say 20 times 3 is 60, but 20 times 4 is 80. So 60 would be my closest number. So I say 20 times 3. So I'm going to put my 3 here at the top over that 2, because I know 3 times 20, which is my next step of multiplying, 3 times 20 is 60. And then I go to my next step, which is to subtract. So I put my subtraction sign here. 2 minus 0 is 2. 6 minus 6 is 0. I don't have to put my 0 there because it is understood. My next step is to bring down. So I'm going to bring my 4 down, which is my next number over. So I bring that 4 down. I always put my little arrow there just so that I can know that I brought that 4 down. Then I say 20. 24 divided by 20. So I look over here and I say, 40 is too big, which is 20 times 2. That's 40. That's too big. So it must be 20. So I say 20 times 1. I put my 1 over the 4. And I say 1 times 20 gives me 20. Okay. I'm going to now move to my next step of subtraction. So I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. All right. So this is where it gets a little tricky. I don't want to leave a remainder when I'm working with decimals. So now I want to make sure that I add a 0 here, because I can do that when I'm working with decimals. I add a 0. Now I'm going to bring my 0 down, all the way down. So that makes that number 40. So now I say 40, which I go back to division. 40 divided by 20. Let's see, it's a perfect number there. 20 times 2 is 40. So I put my 2 here at the top behind my decimal. And now I say 2 times 20 is 40, which is now I'm multiplying. So now I can go to my next step of subtracting. So I subtract here. 0 minus 0 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. So I am done. So my answer is 31 and 2/10. Because I say and because students remember, when you see that decimal, That's when you say and whatever's behind it with your place number, 2/10. So my answer is 31 and 2/10. All right. Hope that helps you out today. Remember, set your paper up. Put your steps on the side. Whatever your divisor is, go ahead and write those down on your same paper or another sheet of paper. Write your problem out and get it done. You can do it. Take the fear out of it. You can do it.